Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Nostalgia Critic, and it's going to be The Phantom. Oh boy, this is going to be very fascinating because I've never actually watched this movie. But for some strange reason, The Phantom keeps following me wherever I go. It truly is a phenomenon. Every time I go on Amazon Prime or Netflix or some sort of media streaming to watch a movie, this damn movie keeps following me, this box art cover with this purple guy holding a ring. I mean, it's really, truly strange. Yeah, I've never watched the movie, and I want to see what it's all about, what all the fuss is about. I mean, if it's everywhere I go, it's gotta be good, right? Let's hope. Yeah, let's check out the video. Let's go.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Let's talk about the Phantom.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
not
God.
that Phantom.
Oh Jesus, the Phantom of the Opera.
No,
That
believe
was,
it or not, there's actually something
strange
far
experience.
worse than Gerard Butler singing. Almost. This is the Billy Zane version.
the Phantom.
Based on the
Oh,
1930s
Jesus.
comic strip, the Phantom is a very old
Dressed in
superhero
purple.
that definitely shows its age. I mean, I could see this being made in the 50s or even the 30s, like when the comic strip came out.
Yeah.
But the 90s? Hey, we bought a lot of
Oh,
shit
boy.
during that decade, but this was really pushing it. So, let's see why this purple sack of shit reaches all sorts of new
Purple
blows.
sack of
This is the Phantom. So the movie, oddly enough, begins with this saying. For those who
came in late.
wouldn't that be better in the middle of the movie?
It all began a very long time ago. A small boy watched helplessly as his father was killed by the pirate leader, Kabai Singh.
I don't know.
He jumped overboard and was washed ashore on a mysterious jungle island called Bengala.
So yeah, it's your typical killed father revenge backstory. Except in this version, he's picked up by natives, who decide to give him a ring of unbelievable power.
Why?
Why they give him this ring, I have no idea.
Yeah,
But did nobody
same-
else want it? Nobody was interested in a ring of unbelievable power.
Yeah,
Oh,
why?
come on, nobody wants a ring of unbelievable power? Nobody wants a ring of unbelievable power.
Maybe it costs you your soul or
Hey, a washed
something.
up white kid. Cut to years later as a band of thieves, I guess, kidnap this little boy to get them through the jungle to find a treasure skull.
Hey, well, now I get it. Turn the map around. You got it upside down, you big moron.
If the map's upside down, then there ought to be a bridge up ahead. And all I see is more jungle.
Oh shit! Look out! The punchline!
No sudden stops. What's the big idea?
So they reach their destination as the kid is afraid to go any further.
He says we can't go on. These woods are protected.
Protected by who?
Hamasi kuendelea mbili.
By a ghost. A what? A ghost who walks.
A ghost who walks? By God! That's almost as scary as a ghost who does anything other than walks!
Yeah, that's scary.
So they tie up
huh?
the kid and throw him in the back of the truck as they venture forward into the cave. A guy in a fedora hat looking in a booby-trapped cave for ancient treasure that's in the shape of a golden head? Thank God I'm unbelievably
Why?
stupid. Or I
Why
just
is this
might have made a
Indiana
connection to
Jones?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah,
But no,
that's-
I'm just a
that's like
dummy who wants to
Indiana
see the bad guy
Jones.
from Titanic wear purple spandex. Don't look at me funny.
I was thinking the same thing. This is such a rip-off of Indiana Jones, the same layout. A horse. Really? What the fuck is a horse doing in a jungle?
I'm sorry, it's the purple Hamburglar. I
And
mean,
the
how is
purpleness,
anyone
yeah.
supposed to look at that and take it seriously?
Look
Oh,
out! It's
shit.
the gayest thing you've ever seen!
I don't even get it. Why purple? How does purple blend into anything in the jungle? In fact, how does purple blend into anything, period? Actually, I think they did a survey recently asking Army recruits what was the best kind of camouflage. And their response was, not fucking purple. I just don't get it. I can't fucking get it.
Who was that guy?
Somebody I
strange.
already killed.
What?
You heard me. I killed him years ago.
How would you know? The guy is wearing a mask.
But only a
And he's in
ghost can do
purple.
that. A ghost who walks. Seriously, outside of Pac-Man, how many fucking purple ghosts have you ever heard of?
How did he know he
Look at
was
that.
him?
This in
He's
no
wearing a
way
purple
resembles
costume for
an
crying out
action
loud.
scene from one of the most famous adventure movies of all time.
Yeah,
Or
this is a
maybe
fucking
it does, but
rip-off.
it certainly loses all dignity once you put your main character in a purple costume. So the Phantom saves the boy, but unfortunately the bad guy escapes. So we cut to the Fant cave as he looks for information on the skull while his faithful boy servant tends to his needs. That's probably not as gross as it sounds, but I'm not denying anything either.
The skulls of Taganda. When placed together, the three skulls harness an energy 1,000 times greater than any force or high explosive known to man. For 4 centuries, there's been no trace of them. It's good as new, really.
Very well, goes to walks.
Really? He has to call him Ghost Who Walks? You know, how about
Really?
something more appropriate, like Man Who Wears Eyeshadow, or Spirit Who Should Put on
Purple
a Shirt,
Bat.
or Guy Who tee-hee-hee, I'm
demon.
so sorry, I just can't get past that stupid purple costume. But oh well. We see another young adventurer named Diana Palmer, who is trying to help her uncle prove that an evil businessman named Drax is tampering in piracy.
He's on a quest for a supernatural power.
And it turns
For a
out
better
that Drax
movie.
is on a
He's
quest,
on a
and
quest
is
for a
super
better
evil
movie.
as well, as this scene where he confronts a traitor
I've seen this guy
demonstrates to us.
before.
All requests for access to special collections come directly to me.
He's from other movies, I think. I've seen this. I can't
Well,
remember.
good. Thanks so much for coming.
Not at all.
Oh, one more thing, if you don't mind.
Your murder.
I'd like your professional opinion on something under this microscope. Well, I guess you won't be needing these anymore.
Now, again, why didn't he just shoot this guy? I mean, at first I thought it was to maybe cover up his tracks, but how do you explain death by killer microscope? So the plane that was carrying Diana gets ambushed by air pirates. It turns out they've come specifically for her, as we see the leader of the pirates is...
Oh god. What's with the pool music?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Happy now? Get a good look.
I don't care if you haven't been in a good movie for 8 years.
One day it will be mine.
So
Oh,
the Phantom
Jesus.
catches up with an old friend to investigate Diana's kidnapping.
Can't you ever come in through the front door?
Well, can't he dress
Too
normally?
obvious. The
Better
man dressed like
question?
a purple condom is afraid of being too obvious. You couldn't get more obvious if you were shitting fireworks.
She was on her way to see me, oddly enough.
Let's see what I can do.
So we see Catherine Zeta-Jones is working with that fedora-wearing schmuck we saw earlier in the movie.
Who are you people? Are you crazy? Do you realize how many laws you've broken?
Oh, God, she's right. I didn't even comprehend. Okay, put her back, put her back. I mean, we can't keep her here, obviously, for breaking some law. Yes! But luckily, the Phantom is on his way to save her.
Ooh, I love it.
I can safely say I didn't see this coming.
Let's go.
Why should I go with you?
Trust me, Diana.
You know my name?
Yeah, you're Diana Palmer. Your kidnapping's been reported to the authorities. This is a rescue.
Shaw, like, I am a ghost who walks, you know. So let's see just how
ego in this
stealth
guy.
a man in a purple suit can really be. Well,
I
that didn't
wouldn't
take
call
very
it a
long,
purple
did it?
suit. I'd
Worst
call it a
escape
wetsuit.
ever.
It's like a swim wetsuit. Like where you're scuba diving. A purple scuba diving suit.
But his wolf named Devil helps him escape as Diana... Oh, God, you gotta be kidding
Yeah,
me.
punches
I could
everyone
see
by the
Yosemite
balls.
Sam
I
falling
hate
for
that.
that, but a real-life person? Come on, it's really pushing it. So they fight off the bad guys and escape by using one of the boat planes, and... he just sort of leaves the wolf behind. Well, that's nice. Real nice. What the hell is he supposed to do? Catch a cab back to the island?
Yeah.
But it turns out their gas
I thought
is
the
leaking.
wolf was gonna
So,
jump on
get
the horse
this.
and ride the horse.
And the
That's how
wolf catch
crazy
up
things
with
are
the
getting.
plane. Are these just like the fastest fucking animals in the world? Look at all this shit they have to go through to catch up to them. A goddamn cheetah from Krypton wouldn't be that fast.
So long, Toots, you're on your own. I'm sure there's some flat area in the mountains you can land that thing and... oh, you want to come with it? Yeah, that's cool.
Well, there goes the $10,000 airplane.
Up with them too? Good lord, the Roadrunner on speed wouldn't be able to go as fast as these guys. Your blood must be made out of grounded up Jesse Owens. Thankfully, he comes across a helpful tribe that we'll never see again, as the Phantom tries to get Diana to safety.
Of course, the romantic spots.
Oh gee, I
Oh, of
wonder
course
where
not.
his hideout is. I mean, not that it's hard to track down a person who looks like Grimace's
Never
anorexic
take
brother,
anyone
but a
to your
giant freaking
home
skull might
if
be a little
you're
bit of a giveaway.
superhero.
So he meets up with his friend that we saw
Superman
earlier,
made
as they
the
try
same
to figure
mistake.
out what's going on.
Captain, I want you to take her back. Use every man at your disposal, give her all the protection she needs.
I came here to do a job, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Wait a second.
Diana, nobody argues with the Phantom and wins.
Well,
Mostly because the Phantom just runs away in the middle of the conversation.
yeah,
It's a cheap shot,
that's what I was
but it's the
thinking. Yeah,
Phantom.
he doesn't stay around long
So we
enough
see the
to
Phantom
argue.
go to New York. As it turns out, he has an alter ego named Kit, who of course Diana happened to know growing up. Like they said.
Now, I read about what happened. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. It started out bad, but it all turned out okay.
I heard you were saved by a dashing, well-endowed purple man.
How could he
But more
not
important things are
notice
going
the
on, as it
voice?
turns out
I mean,
Zeta Jones is working for Drax, as he divulges his evil plans to his business partners.
how could she not notice
There
the
is
voice?
opportunity in chaos. I give you the skull of Tuganda. This skull is one of three. When all three skulls are united, they will produce a force more powerful than any army on Earth. The skulls
Why do I
will
feel
be
like the
ours.
need to watch Indiana Jones
of the
now?
power
I feel
that
a
comes with
craving to watch Indiana Jones.
Don't you think we should
And
invest
Tomb
in
Raider for
munitions,
some
seeing
reason.
how there's a war
Why
brewing
Tomb
in
Raider?
Europe? Skulls! How about a public works program with government backing?
Skulls! Nothing but skulls!
Well, how about diversifying our portfolio with...
Skulls! Skulls! Our entire financial future is completely skull-based. Now please be quiet! Skulls!
Count me out. This is wrong. Skulls? Forces of darkness? This isn't right.
This
What
isn't right.
businessman would honestly question a
Jesus.
supernatural treasure hunt for an evil skull that has demonic powers?
Nah. Yeah.
Okay, Ray, that's how you feel about it.
Boy. You know, for a guy who probably spent days putting together the mechanics of that killer microscope, I'm surprised he resorted to the most basic of means by throwing a sharp stick.
Sure.
Sure, he could have rigged the curtains to eat him or something.
Yeah,
Gotta
shoot
say,
lightning bolts or
great.
something.
You've not changed a bit.
You just vanished, kid.
I guess I did.
Is that a word? Is that a letter? Not even a phone call.
You just vanished like a phantom or a ghost who walks, if you will. So they find out that the second skull, coincidentally enough, is in a museum in New York. So the Phantom uses all his cunning secrecy and top secret ways to figure out a way to, okay, what is up with this
What?
guy? Superhero my ass. He couldn't cover up the fact that he was a superhero any more than Edward could cover up that he was a vampire.
You can't just go around smashing shit and grabbing stuff. What the
I'll
fuck?
take that, thank you.
Oh, but I was so cautious.
Museum security. Everything's under control.
Listen, folks. Free cake and sandwiches are being served in the Hall of Nature.
Cake and sandwiches?
Well, gee, I sort of wanted to know about that whole glass breaking thing.
Me too, until he said cake and sandwiches, and now all I can think about is cake and sandwiches.
Wow!
Cake and
So it turns out when the
sandwiches.
two skulls
Well,
join together,
can't turn a
they
free
find out
meal.
the location of the
Never
third
turn
skull.
down a free meal.
And thankfully, there just so happened to be a map in the room to point out the location. Which is good, because it doesn't look nearly as dramatic to see the skulls type out the direction on Google Maps. Again, this scene doesn't look the least bit like that other series
Yeah.
of adventure movies. Hell, did they just have the same writer or something? Oh, holy shit, they did. I was just kidding. They really have the same writer.
Wow.
Well, that's
Really?
really sad.
That's
What, did you really
shocking.
think that Indiana Jones would have been taken more seriously if he was dressed in the feces of Barney the dinosaur?
That doesn't make
He's
sense.
so funny.
No,
that
Kid
guy
escapes
is
and
so-
dresses up like
Where
the
the
Phantom
fuck
to
does he
save the
come
day.
up with this shit?
That's my purple ass!
I would be humiliated
Purple
if
Man
I
climbed
died
up an
by a
elevator.
guy
So how are the
wearing a
kids?
purple
Again,
dress
he's not coming.
or a
He's
wetsuit
probably dead by now.
or a diving suit. That would be
What is wrong with
humiliating.
you? Why are you so mean? Don't you care about
Dying on the
anything?
toilet is more graceful than
what?
dying by a purple guy.
You figure it out.
All right. Everybody just shut up.
That was a lame conversation. So they stumble across the island of the third skull where they find the ancient order of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
The Pirates of the Caribbean,
is the
right?
great Kabai Sen,
Oh boy.
leader of the Seng Brotherhood.
As well as the Shang Tsung Brotherhood.
Your soul is mine.
But one of the business partners doesn't trust him and points a gun at their leader.
It's every man for himself. Okay, you get me out of here, or else you really gonna sleep with the fishes.
Shin Nubu,
What's that supposed to mean?
by the Ken.
Oh gee, maybe I should like shoot you or something. That is after all why I pointed a gun at you in the first place. Oh, I'm dead.
Can't you have just moved?
Fatality.
So the Phantom comes in to fight everybody off as Drax finally gets a hold of the third skull. But it turns out there's also a fourth skull, which is the most powerful of them all. The Deus Ex Machina skull, if you will.
I've worn it all my life. For protection. I never really understood what that meant until right now.
Ha! What a cheap jungle trick!
Ha! I am acting! So it turns out the fourth skull was on the Phantom's ring the whole time. Yeah, what a pretty weak twist. As he uses it to destroy Drax forever. What's up with all the explosions? Did the entire island just pass gas or something?
What?
So they all get off the island safe. Zeta Jones is a good guy now. Sort of came out of nowhere. As Diana asks the Phantom to reveal his true identity.
Before I go, take off your mask. Let me see your face.
Oh god.
Kit.
Oh shit. Not only would he take off...
Yeah.
There's no
you
way
really
a
went
woman
full
would
of
ask
anybody
him
with
to
that.
take off his mask.
It's kind
He'll
of embarrassing.
telling him to take off his whole
So
entire
he takes
uniform.
off his mask and
Take
spontaneously
off that-
his eye makeup too, as he confesses
Take off his
something
pants as
important
well.
to her.
Jesus.
You know, I'm not really permitted to reveal all of my secrets. Actually,
Women
yeah,
can't
there's
resist
only one
heroes.
person.
Who's that?
The woman I intend to marry.
I don't know if that's wise, lady. Here's the last woman he tried to marry.
My wife will practice, if not yet by law, so you will honor me.
Bit of a buzzkill. So, oddly enough, she doesn't marry him.
I recognize
as
him from
guess
something.
they're
He is
saving
from
that for the
Titanic, isn't he, or
incredible
something?
sequel that'll never ever come. And thank Lord, because this movie was stupid. It's
It
not
looks
the worst
stupid.
ever, but it's just so unimpressive. We don't really get to know
Released
the
at the
Phantom
wrong
well, and
time,
what
I
we do
think.
know, we don't really care that much about. The fight scenes are standard, the villain's pretty standard, and yeah, purple? Really?
Yeah,
I just
purple.
can't get over that. You picked fucking purple. Why didn't you just paint polka dots on his head while you were at it? But thankfully, there is one upside to this movie.
Oh what? Oh Jesus.
Only problem is I can't get it back to the downside. I'm the nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you...
Okay.
What a cheap jungle trick!
Oh boy. That's the end of the video, but yeah, I've finally seen what the Phantom is all about. I mean, I don't think it was released at the right time. I think maybe the expression wrong place, wrong time, so to speak. I think this movie would have been better released in like the 1940s or maybe like the 1950s, you know, black and white, sort of those cheap sort of special effects, those sort of olden techniques used back in the day. I think this would have worked. I think that would have been a hit, so to speak. But, you know, if this movie is like in the 90s or something like that, yeah, no, that's just bad, because a lot of movies came out that year, and a lot of them had a badass special effects and everything. Bad place, bad time, so to speak. But if it was an older movie, if it was like made in the 1930s and 1940s, black and white or something like that, I think everyone could accept it. You know, the cliche cop smoking a cigar, wearing a hat, and, you know, talking about catching the criminal, just stuff like that, old stuff. In a newspaper article room talking, or maybe a police station or something like that, you know, just sort of old stuff. Then I think this movie would have been more appreciated for its efforts. But, you know, this... As for now, I think it was made in like the 90s, you know, absolutely not. This movie is something I'm going to give a skip. I don't think I'm going to watch this movie, even though it follows me everywhere I go. Every time I go somewhere to watch a movie, it keeps following me. I don't think I'm gonna watch this movie. I'm gonna give this a skip. I could tell it was like a rip-off of like Indiana Jones in some scenes because some of them were just so cliche, so to speak. Yeah, I think I'd give this movie a skip. I can't really say it's the worst movie ever. Oh God, it's, you know, one of the worst movies ever considered. Um, I don't want to do that because I've not actually watched the movie myself, and there are badder movies. For an example, I consider Captain America, the original, the first one, to be absolutely god awful. I think that was the worst Superman, superhero sort of movie I've ever watched. If you can call the Phantom a superhero. But I think the Captain America's great, don't get me wrong, but the movie was bad. The first ever movie, so to speak. I think it was the first ever movie. That was absolutely god awful. I think that was the worst sort of movie, superhero sort of movie I've ever watched. But I think it sort of closes near the Phantom, so to speak. But maybe there's much more worse superhero movies out there. I don't know. There's always something worse than the other on movies. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. So if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.